Hello and welcome to day 27 of daily Leetcode challenges. Let's begin our day. Okay, question 1071, greatest common divisor of strings. Okay, just by the question and actually let's just read. It's for two strings s and t, we say that t divides s if only and if s is equal to t some number of times. So t and then some number of times t here and then another t, i.e. t is concatenated with itself one or more times. Given two strings, str1 and str2, return the largest string x such as x divides both str1 and str2. And in the examples we have two strings, str1 and str2, and str1 is ABC, ABC, str2 is ABC, and greatest common divisor is ABC. Okay. Same thing goes here, except str2 is AB, AB, str1 is AB, AB, AB. Okay, and the greatest common divisor is not AB, AB, it's AB, because if we were to, I wonder if we can somehow modify the Euclidean algorithm to to basically okay, for those of you who don't know, the Euclidean algorithm is a clever way to find the greatest common divisor of strings, or sorry, of numbers. Let me show you how it's defined. GC D A B, and then here we say if A is greater than B, return GCD of A minus B, and then B, if B is greater than A, return GCD of A, B minus A, and then return A. I'm wondering if this, which is used to find the greatest common denominator for the greatest common divisor for two integers, can be modified to have inputs as strings, essentially. So this would work, A and B is greater, but then how would we have to essentially here it's probably going to be messy to try to, for example, subtract A from a string A, subtract string B, because we need a lot of logic to make sure that the characters that we're subtracting are equal. So I'm wondering if maybe this could solve part of the problem on its own. Like, for example, maybe this could be a good way to solve the like how much length or how long the output string has to be, and then if that's part of the solution itself, then we can find another way to solve if str1 and str2 are actually just a multiple of our greatest common divisor. So I know that, for example, let's see, if it's a greatest common divisor, then could we say, for example, that str1 plus str2 would be equal to str2 plus str1? So, okay, for the first part, I'm thinking that we have a str1 and the length of our response, we just identified the length of our response is going to be GCD of length len str1 and len of str2. Let's see if this works. And it does, but not for the case where, right, okay, so it works, but only for the cases where the strings are actually a multiple of the greatest common divisor. But for the case that it isn't, let's see. Well, what's happening here is essentially we're returning nothing, right? No, we're not returning nothing. We're returning leet. Why are we returning leet? Because we're only thinking about the length. So I could just say here that the length of, for example, the sublength, which we decide the GCD of str1 and the GCD of str2, if they're equal, then we can, for example, this is what I'm thinking. If let's see, it's going to be this, and then if str1 does not equal str2, return nothing, else return this. So this could be, yeah, so this solves this problem, right? But the problem here is that as we go on to longer strings where we have to check that GCD falls into every basically not just that the first part of str1 or str2 is equal to the GCD, but we need to check that it's actually a multiple. And I'm thinking that another solution could be to find, basically to see that the concatenation of str1 and str2 are equal. So if str1 plus str2 then equal str2 plus str1, what this does is pretend that we're concatenating. If they're true multiples of the GCD, then it doesn't matter which order it comes from, or in which order the two strings are given to us. However, if there are not multiples, then the switching of the order matters. So let's see if this is correct. And yeah, okay. Sounds good. This is right. Let's see what are some better solutions. Okay, so even here, the best solution is exactly what we just did. It's just that they used the math GCD instead of, okay, so then I'd say that we're good here. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.